Despite the racial injustice and the other issues that fueled the civil disturbance, 1967 was a kind of hopeful time in the city's history. The neighborhood around 12th and Clairmount was teeming with businesses, and the nearby Motown recording studio was producing mega hits. Local writer Marsha Music and Detroit historian Jamon Jordan take us on a tour.
Here's Motown, the Hitsville house over here to our left. And this was most often my dad's route on the way to the record shop. When I didn't have to go to school, I'd have to go to the record shop and help Dad at the record shop, my little brother Daryl and I. We would get right up here to the corner, past Hitsville.
And then you're right here on 12th.
And you're right here on 12th Street. That shows you just how close Motown was to the street where the unrest took place.
That's right, that's right. It's very close.
Very close.
Just as we're entering 12th Street, we can see immediately you start seeing all this green space.
Yes.
And of course, this wasn't green space.
Exactly.
In 1967.
This was very dense and teeming with businesses, commercial spaces, stores, shops, restaurants, grocery stores, all the way down as far as you can see, really.
That's right, that's right.
On both sides of the street.
That's right.
But one thing about this is that a reason why there is so much green space going back toward those houses on either side is because the buildings were destroyed.
That's right.
That came right up to the sidewalk.
That's right, that's right.
This empty space was where my dad's record store was.
Oh, wow.
Right here.
Right next to, right around the corner from
right here.
Tanya Blandick's house.
I was on 12th Street between Philadelphia and Euclid.
Wow.
All right, here we are on Chicago Boulevard.
Yes, yes.
And I love driving down this street because it really gives, especially an outsider, a chance to see the grandeur in which many Detroiters lived.
That's right.
The extraordinary architecture that marked so many of the neighborhoods here. And this neighborhood here called Boston Edison is a real exemplar of areas for affluent Detroiters, but this became an area that even working class Detroiters were able to live in, particularly after the years of white flight. This was an area that was also gravely affected by the unrest and the fires, etc.
As we're driving down Linwood, we get to the field of Central High School. And so really Central High School, their field is almost like a campus. And in 1967, this would be the staging area and the camp area for the National Guard. So the National Guard was stationed right here. On the east side, at Southeastern, the Army was there. But the National Guard was stationed right here at Central High School. A house painter named Joe Nelson was driving by, and he had driven by this sculpture of Jesus many times going to work. And of course, it was always painted white, and this gate wasn't here at that time. And went in with his ladder and painted the face and the hands of Jesus black. This was his way of participating in the uprising by painting that Jesus black. And now the seminary maintains it as black to show their solidarity with the African American community. Joe Nelson was my older cousin. He was my grandmother's. He was my grandmother's nephew.
You know, history is alive, as we say.
That's right.
And often, in retrospect, we don't realize when history closes over a time, we don't realize how close some of these things really are to people.
That's right.